somebody how you know you love music, it's a lot like asking someone how you know when you're in love. The answer is the same. You just know. To someone who doesn't feel the same way, it's a difficult concept to understand. It's hard to put into words the way a music lover feels about music, but I'm going to do my best and see what happens. When I'm having a bad day, music always gets me through it. If I'm hurting inside, or I can barely breathe from crying so much, I'll put on my music and some of my problems will be solved, at least temporarily. The first song I can remember identifying as my favorite song was Famous Last Words by My Chemical Romance. This song helped me out a ton when I was upset. The line that impacted me the most was, "Nothing you can say can stop me going on." I was in middle school and I really hated people, but I was also failing classes and nothing really interested me. It felt like the world hated me. But when I put on music, all of that disappeared. It was like being in a room with a million speakers blasting random noises at me, but I was able to single out one tune, and with that, I understood how to solve my problems. That one lyric helped me realize that it didn't matter whether or not the world hated me. I understood that my happiness is my own choice. Music is one of those things that I consider to be my activity. My family enjoys music too, but not really to the same extent as me. I'm really excited for a few years when I get to take a music theory class. But I was really mad at my older brother when he said he's taking music theory. Music is my shelter, and it felt like he was invading it by stealing what I considered to be my class. But then I realized music can be a bond to bring us closer together. By sharing this art that defines my entire life, I'm going to have a stronger relationship with one of my family members. That's just one way that music impacts my life. Finally, music inspires me. The biggest hero I've ever had was Mitch Lucker, the lead singer of my favorite band. He wrote the most inspiring lyrics, and he put actual emotion into his work, instead of just writing music for money. When he died in a motorcycle accident, I was devastated. I was hurt and upset, and it would have been about a million times harder for me to make it through that experience if I hadn't had his music and other music to help me feel better. After he died, I spent hours listening to his song In a Photograph on repeat. Some of the lyrics are, "I remember the day like it was in a photograph, where nothing ever changes and always stays the same. Where nothing ever changes, the memories stand still." I thought these lyrics were weirdly relevant to my situation. One day, I was sitting in my room jamming to Mitch's music, and then the next day, he was gone, and I was just crying and wanting him back. But I can't forget the impact Mitch had on me. He was more than just a musician. Anyone who listens to his music can tell that he was a good person who only wanted happiness in his life. It's not possible to fake that. Music is a way to identify someone's true emotions, regardless of how they act or pretend to feel. Any true musician communicates their heart through their music. So really, if you think about it, music is just sound and emotion projected across silence. And life is really movement and emotion projected across silence. So if you mesh it together, music and life are parallel, which makes sense for someone like me, because for me, music is life.